car's taking me to work, and honestly, I don't know if work still exists. It's down there somewhere. It is foggy, 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 foggy. We're coming down the hill towards my office, and it is like whatever. We're supposed to be looking at water at this point. There's none. It's in there somewhere. I don't know.
The ice dragon is breathing heavy.
The ice dragon? Ice dragon's breathing heavy. That's nice. I like that. Crazy. Can't even see the bay. The bay is right in front of us. Can't even see it. Wow. Hello. Okay, so today is day 3 back at work. I'm telling you, it feels like the world is coming apart at the seams, like it really feels. And it's not my own personal experience that I'm going through right now. Yes, I've busted my hip and I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm still waiting on physical therapy. And because of COVID, I'm having to wait extra long for physical therapy to start. For those of you that don't know, I slipped on ice and took a lot of trauma to my right hip and some trauma to my left hip, and then some trauma to my right hip. I tore a tendon inside the hip. I think it's the ilius something. That's a big long name. And then I also tore my hip flexor and some other muscles in the groin and in the thigh as I went down. Then hit my right hip as I went down, because that's where I landed. So I've got some bruising and some tenderness there. So sitting in a right angle is quite difficult. I was at the hospital for like a whopping 3 days, in the emergency room for a solid 2.5 days, and then was home for 2 days while they were waiting to figure out what other scan I needed. I started off with an x-ray, and then that took me from the clinic on the south side of the island all the way up to the middle of the island in Coopville, where I then had to have a CAT scan, and there was so much inflammation and trauma to the joint that they couldn't get a good read on what was going on. So I had to wait for an MRI. And the MRI was closed until the following Monday, which would have meant 4 full days of me waiting. So I waited 2 of those in the actual emergency room and 2 of those in my home, and then went back to the emergency room to finish up everything. So yay. Had to be at home for 2 straight weeks of bed rest, which was difficult for me because I have stuff to do. I had stuff to do. But I just made it happen. My husband and my kids have been very helpful in all of that, and it's just been whatever. So now, then I finally got in with the orthopedic doctor. He looked at all of this stuff and was very happy that I had all of the scans, and that's great. And it is walker and cane as see fit, and try to get up and move as much as I can tolerate. But really, walking should be limited at this moment in time, and physical therapy needs to start. So we're waiting on that to happen. I go back and see orthopedic doc later in February. So it's like a full month, I think, to see him. They wanted me to go to a physical therapist like way the heck up island, 45 minutes one way, 45 minutes another way, like 2 to 3 times a week. And we're like, this isn't feasible. There's plenty of physical therapy places, down on the south end of the island that you can, refer this out to. And now we're waiting for that. But because of COVID and because I'm not dealing with Whitby Health, because my husband and I are refusing to do an 1.5 hour commute round trip 3 times a week, because financially that's a lot of gas and that's a lot of time away from work. It's just been not great. I'll tell you, it's just not been great. So I'm still waiting for that to happen. So I'm still in a moment of flux here, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Meanwhile, I'm hobbling around and doing what I can, laying flat when I can. Again, I think I've told you guys that I don't do pain meds very well. So I'm managing really with Tylenol, Motrin, and also edibles, because my state is recreational legal, and that is giving me the pain management that I need. Obviously, there's no edibles while I'm at work, but today is day 3. The first 2 days were very difficult for me to sit in this chair and try to do stuff. My sweet boss gave me this more cushy chair, but it's at a very right angle. So although it feels good on the tuchus, it's not feeling good in the hip. And I'm trying to figure out different ways. Like my left leg is sort of hanging off of the chair and dangling to the side just to relieve the pressure at times. Hasn't been great, but I have to push forward. I have to push forward because I've been down and I've kind of like done my time, and now I'm like over it. I'm like real over it. My bank account is dwindling. I'm like gotta get back to work. There's stuff at work that really needs my attention. Today I haven't logged in quite yet. I just sat down and I'm getting ready to call the CPA for some help with some of the books. While I was out, my board members did things that they shouldn't have. So now I have to fix that stuff. And I'm not an accountant. So now I got to get an accountant to like fix some of these things. That is today's goal. If I get that done today, I will feel accomplished. I may leave work here early. I don't know. There's no public coming at me today. There was at one point on Tuesday was my first day back, and I usually work a 4-day work week for most of the year, for at least a good solid 7 or 8 months. I work a 4-day work week from Tuesday to Friday. I was doing good. I had this big old stack of stuff that I was going through. I had a couple of the board members telling me what they did, what they needed help with, where this was. Oh, they fixed that, but they need help fixing that. We're going over it. We're going through the stack. And I was like getting some progress done and super excited about it. Earth sign, Virgo. I'm like, yes. I'm killing it, right? And then all of a sudden, the word got out that I was back in the office, and the members were coming for me, like absolutely coming for me. I could not escape. There was a flood of emails that start coming in. There's a bunch of people that want me to take their credit card over the phone and do these payments. There's a bunch of people dropping stuff off and trying to get their 2022 stickers for their parking pass showing that they paid. There's they were just coming for me. It was like, if it wasn't an email, it was a phone call or somebody in front of my face. I had a line. It was intense. I managed through, and really, truly, Bear put me in bed, and I just laid there and just sort of sobbed. It was wow. It was real wow. Yesterday was not as bad. Today is a private day in the office so that I can do some of these books and clean some stuff up with uninterrupted, and I'm looking forward to that. And then tomorrow is another public day, and then I get to have 3 days off. And I'm grateful because I think I've never looked forward to a weekend so much in my life. Jesus Christ. It has been full on. It's been full on. And I'm tearing up a little bit because I feel empathically, I feel like the weight of the world right now. Not only what's going on for me, but what's been going on for others. I have several people in my life, close friends and also family members right now that have COVID. They've been tested positive, and they keep testing positive, and it looks like they may have a long COVID situation happening. I have other friends or family members that had COVID and they still have symptoms. They test negative, but they still have these symptoms, and they taste or smell. They have fatigue, foggy brain, all that kind of stuff. And it's like really affected their life and their livelihood. And it's like really sad to watch. Then I have other friends that have other ailments that are happening, tooth abscesses, gallstones, is just a myriad of stuff right now. And in a retrograde for Venus and a retrograde, I think we just wrapped up Venus retrograde. I hope we did. I got to look at my dates. And then we are in Mercury retrograde right now. And just, it feels like shit is just coming apart at the seams, politically, financially, physically, emotionally. This has probably been I can think of one other, but probably one of the most difficult retrogrades I think we've been going through. What I'd like to say is I hope that you are being kind to the people that are in your household. I hope that you're being kind to yourself at this time. Whatever you've got to do to get through your day, take it 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, whatever you got to do. I'm telling you right now. I hope that people can be kind to each other in all of this and not let all of the love momentum fade away into, angst and fear. And it's so easy when things are so intense right now to lose sight of one's goal and dreams and hopes and just be so bogged down with all the negativity. It's a lot. It is overwhelming right now. Oh, it's overwhelming in this climate that we have in our world, in this pandemic, politically, all of it. It's been total shit show. And it's been this way for 2 years. And a lot of us, our patients' pants have, got huge rips in them, huge holes in the knees. And I think I, went too low and, I've got a rip in my pants big time. My patient's pants have a huge rip right now, huge, massive rip. And it's like everywhere I turn lately, it's just been resistance. And I'm working closely with the people that aren't giving me that resistance because it's just been wow, right? Things are already hard enough. Why do we have to be mean to each other in the process? And some of that stuff, pardon me, some of these reactions that I'm getting from some people are just fear-based. It's very clear to me that it's fear-based, but it doesn't mean that their emotions aren't valid, but it's also really difficult to work with. And it's really difficult to hold this, energetic buoyancy of love and hope when all you do is, as soon as you open your mouth, you're just getting, all this kind of stuff. I will say that I'm coming here not to necessarily complain. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for any of that kind of thing. Life is hard for everybody right now. I'm certainly not coming here for that. I just also think that, we need to stick together. Like, we really need to stick together. I come here and I see some of the comments and I see some of these beautiful people that share their heart with me, and that is just getting me through. I'm going to tell you that some of the comments that I have recently gotten on some of the videos that I've done have been so heart chakra filled. It just feels like somebody's hugging me through social media, through YouTube, through these comments, through this stuff. And it's really helping me get through some of these things. And I really, really appreciate you. I just want to say, don't give up hope, people. Please, my God, don't give up hope, because there are better things. And I have to hold on to that there are better things and there's wonderful stuff coming at us soon. It's coming soon. And we're here. We're in a tower situation. We are in a tower situation. But we've got a star coming, and it's going to come. It's going to come. We just got to hang in there a little bit longer. I am so looking forward to the 12-hour chat that Noah has put together. We started out doing 24-hour chats, and he had originally... we had originally thought about doing that before I end the the activity on my channel to do another 24-hour chat, like a big send-off kind of situation. And there's just so much going on. There's some for him, for me, for everybody. So we've brought in Blue Knight to do co-hosting with us, and in a 12-hour format that's a little bit more obtainable. But I am, pardon me, but I'm so excited to see certain people. I just watched Noah's video this morning, and I'm certainly like there for it. I'm there for it. There's so many people that he's gathered in that chat that I'm a little fangirly on some of it. And then he sent me links to some people's channels that I didn't even know about, and did not even know about that these people existed. I feel like although I like to be community minded and I love, connecting with a lot of people, there's a lot of channels, it wasn't even on my radar. I was over here doing this, and then I didn't see this, and now I see this, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm excited to talk to some people, and some people that I haven't been able to talk to in a really long time. So I'm so excited to see their faces. That's all happening on Sunday, and I hope that you're going to be there for it. It will be over on Noah's channel this time, not the first one was all on my channel. The second one was on his and my channel. This time it's all going to be on his channel. And Blue Knight and I will be co-hosting with him to help him, because he still has COVID and a cough and all this other stuff. And we're all going through it, right? We're all going through it. So we're super excited to, hitch our wagon to him and give him the support that he needs to get through all of it. And really, it's for community. It's really for community. Let's get together and let's talk, and let it be a celebration. I feel like lately we're always so bogged down that we forget to celebrate even the little things, and we need to. It's really, really important. It's important. So let's do it. Let's get on there and let's do it. I'm going to push through this day. I hope you push through yours. I wish you so many blessings and so much love and happiness. And I am holding on to hope that better things are coming for all of us. They are. It's coming. I'm still fighting. I'm exhausted. Today is a down day. It's not a whole lot of spoon energy, I'm telling you, but I'm still here and I'm still a fighter. So I may lay down a little bit early today, but tomorrow I'm getting up that much stronger. It's going to happen. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope that you love yourself and each other. And we're going to get through this. There's got to be some sort of ribbon for this, right? There's got to, there's a ribbon for damn near everything. Is there a ribbon just for, surviving this pandemic? Something. I don't know. Something. I'm just over it. Love you. Have a good day.